Hello YouTubers, my name is Attila Mate from Blue Sky Photography, and today I would like to talk to you about two cameras which are really interesting in the Micro Four Thirds system, and that would be the Olympus EM1 Mark II and the Panasonic G9. Now, until now, I had a video where I stated that the best camera combo of 2017, it was the Panasonic GH5 and the Olympus EM1 Mark II. And I stated this because the Panasonic GH5 is obviously the best camera for video work, and the Olympus EM1 Mark II is the best camera in Micro Four Thirds for photography work. Now, why I didn't put an APS-C size for photography? Because I think that it's great that they share the lens selection, so you can use Panasonic lenses on Olympus and backwards. So that makes this system great. Now, I want to talk about the Panasonic G9 though today, because this is the step where Panasonic filled up the gap between the GH5 and the Olympus EM1 Mark II, because the GH5 was a great camera but oriented more for video, not for photography work. Now, the G9 will fill that gap. So I think, in my opinion, that the G9 is a straight competitor to the Olympus EM1 Mark II. And I tell you why. Because the Olympus EM1 Mark II, what had an advantage on GH5, it was the high-resolution photo mode and great image stabilization, which was more than 6 stops. You know, that Olympus image stabilization is just excellent, I tell you. If you can get like 1.5 second handheld shots and no issues at all, you know, sharp images. It's unbelievably good, I tell you. Now, in this situation with the G9, Panasonic put on the market a camera which competes straight ahead with the Olympus EM1 Mark II, because both have 20.3 megapixel Micro Four Thirds sensors, both have great autofocus. Now, I don't want to speak about autofocus points, that 300, 200, 400, I don't give a crap how many hundred of points, I tell you, because many times there is the example, a great camera, let's say the example, the D500. That doesn't really have, I don't know, 300 autofocus points or whatever, you know, and it's very fast. Or let's not even talk about, let's speak only about the 70D 7500 from Nikon. It's great, an autofocus. Now, I don't say it's the best for sports, but anyway, these cameras both, they will be fast enough for any job, for sports, for wildlife, for birds, for whatever you want. It will be fast enough. So I don't want to talk about the autofocus points, but they both have good enough autofocus for anything you want to shoot. That's definite. So what I want to talk about though is the image stabilization. Now, Panasonic, like I said, filled up the gap because they put 6.5 stops image stabilization in this camera, in the G9. The GH5 has 5 stops image stabilization. Until 5 stop. Now this is until 6.5 stop, which is great because it is, I tell you, that was a gap between the two. And the second, they introduced in the G9 the high resolution photo mode as well, which was the strong point of Olympus until now. You can get 80 megapixel, up to 80 megapixel raw images if you shoot with high resolution mode. Obviously the camera has to be on a tripod, and obviously you will have to shoot, I think it's a second until it shoots the images, and then it combines them, roughly about a second exposure, yeah. But in the same time, you get some results, I tell you. And with Panasonic, in some situations, you can use it in portraits. If your subject is ready to stay for a second very still and not moving, you can use the Panasonic for portraits as well. Now the Olympus, I don't know about that, but it might be possible with Olympus as well. Anyway, the most important is that both cameras have now this high resolution photo mode. Now, I like the look of the Olympus. The look of the Olympus is more like retro style, you know, like the Fuji. That's why I like Fuji cameras, because they look really cool, you know, I think, in my opinion only, you know. Not that, it's combined kind of the old style with the new style, you know. It looks very good, I like it. And the Olympus camera is kind of the same. The Panasonic one looks like a modern DSLR though. Yeah, something like that, yeah. But it looks good as well, you know. But I like more the look of the Olympus. Anyway, let's get a little bit in it, you know, deeper. If we look about the video, the Panasonic has better video capabilities than the Olympus. That's why I say that you have to choose, I say many times that you have to choose really, really carefully which kind of photography are you into, and that's how you have to choose your cameras. Because the example, if you want more video and photography, the G9 is better than the Olympus EM1 Mark II. The Olympus has great video, don't get me wrong, but it's not the same like Panasonic. We cannot compare the two. Panasonic aimed for video much longer than Olympus. Olympus, they were much more occupied photography-wise than video-wise. And that's why Panasonic got better in 4K video. I mean, 4K video is great in Panasonic. So, what else I see over here? Now, I have to tell you again, Panasonic had in the GH5 dual SD card slots, yeah? Before that, it doesn't. Olympus have dual SD card slot. But the advantage of Panasonic, again, over here, if you want to shoot video as well, that Panasonic GH5 and the G9, they save the video as well on both cards. The Olympus doesn't. The Olympus saves only the photos. The video save on one card. It's like any other dual SD card slot DSLRs, you know. They usually save the photos on both cards and they will save the video only on one card. That's an advantage again on the Panasonic side. So, like I said, it's up to you guys. I think that these two cameras now are head-to-head, and again an advantage on the Panasonic side that it's only 1,700 euro, and the Olympus EM1 Mark II, it's 2,000 euro. So it's kind of up to your budget. With 300 euro, you know, you can put another 100 and you buy a great lens, a great prime lens with that money, I tell you. So it's up to you. Now, I think that if I would have to choose, I don't want to buy these cameras because I own already two systems, and I don't want to buy actually three, you know, because I have the Nikon and the Panasonic and the Fuji, but I want to get rid of one, you know, I have to choose which one. Anyway, if you want to get into these systems, then you have to choose very carefully. This is my opinion. So if you think that I left out something, please feel free and leave a comment down below. If you think that I said something, you know, which is not true, please feel free and leave a comment down below, and we can discuss it in a professional manner. That's why is this channel over here, to help others to make decisions. In my opinion, from these two, now the best buy is Panasonic, but this is only my opinion. That's but like I said, I like the look of the Olympus much better. Now, build quality wise, I tell you, you don't really see any difference. So they are both, you know, great build quality. I mean, dust proof, splash proof, freeze proof until -10, whatever you can imagine. So both of the cameras, they are up to any standard you want. And the lenses, again, they are excellent. Don't even speak about that. You can buy either of them if you have money. You can buy one EM1 Mark II and one G9, and you are set for everything because you can use the lenses on each other. That's the beauty of Micro Four Thirds system. It's a pain that it doesn't have in APS-C. If it would have an APS-C, you know, and you can share the lenses, I would jump on it, I tell you, immediately. But anyway, like I said, if you want to add something constructive to this video, please feel free and leave a comment down below. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe and share my videos. And other than that, I wish you a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.